All right, here's Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. I think this is recording. What's going on? Yes, it is. All right, we'll edit this. Looking at the cryptocurrencies market capitalizations, we're looking at the market caps here, and of course, Bitcoin is still one. Ripple has become two on this, which is interesting, replacing Ethereum on the market cap index here. Bitcoin Cash still there, still up on high, Litecoin, IOTA, NEEM, Dash, Stellar, Monero, still interested in it for several reasons. Neo, we're going to look at the top 20. Tron, Verge, still up there, and Lisk. So anyhow, we're going to edit this. I just want you to show where they're at. This is a little bit of search on InfoWars and John McAfee. He's made a wager, I guess, on this. This is on 12/4/17, and at that time, I believe the Bitcoin was taking a pretty good dive. It's coming up slightly, but I believe that was around the highs.
He's himself, having been a pioneer in antivirus software. He's now a pioneer in Bitcoins and in Bitcoin mining. And so we're going to go to him in just one moment. Before we do, real quickly,
I'm going to resume this here with John McAfee. It looks pretty tough in this video, maybe tougher because the video is not that sharp, but here we are.
Something that you did mathematically, or is this just a gut feeling that you have?
No, I am a math major, and mathematics is my business. I'm a programmer. It was based on some very simple assumptions. There can only be 21 million Bitcoins. That's the max. 4 million of them have already been lost. So now we're down to 17 million. And we have the entire world that will be potential users. Now, when I made that prediction, I also predicted that it would be $5,000 before the end of 2017. Well, it almost peaked at $12,000 today. So yes, clearly my assumptions were way off. Now, I will not have to eat that part of my anatomy, I can assure you. I am perfectly safe at $1 million at the end of 2020. See, here's the problem. Everybody is making predictions based on the old paradigm of investment and growth, where 10% is astonishing. Well, we get 20% a day.
Wow, 20% a day for some cryptocurrencies. Incredible. Pay attention. This guy knows what he's doing. He's been in software security development. He's mining now in Bitcoin. He's probably also investing with Bitcoin. He says it costs $1,000 to produce one Bitcoin. And they said they've lost, I don't know how many he said he lost, but quite a few.
Why? Because the supply is limited. We can't print anymore. Like you can print more US dollars. You can print more British pounds. You can print more Japanese yen. You cannot create any more Bitcoins and the maximum of 21 million. Now, if you take 21 million coins and let's say only half of the world ends up using Bitcoins, well, we've got 2.5 billion people using 21 million coins. Please just use your head. $1 million is nothing in 3 years, if I am correct. And I am correct. I don't make bets and lose them. My wife can tell you that. She's holding the phone here. It's an easy bet. It's something I can absolutely guarantee. Now, since I said that, a bunch of people jumped on the bet.
So he's predicting that it will become $1 million in 3 years. That's a lot of increase. Anyhow, I'm getting on in this year. I'm hoping that he's absolutely right. I'm hoping with forex trading and other things that we can get and retire in 3 to 4 years and keep letting this thing go, because if it gets to $1 million in 3 years, it's definitely going to get to 2 or 3 or 4, 10 million in 6 years, definitely, or more.
Bandwagon, okay? Why? Because I said it, and I stand by it. And Bitcoin is accelerating in its value.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people that are saying that they expect by the end of next year quite a few people said $40,000, $50,000. You're probably even higher than that in your estimation if it's going to get to $1 million by 2020. They're saying $40,000, $50,000 by the end of 2018 is what many people are expecting now.
No, my figure's at 78,000 by the end of 2018. However,
Wow.
78,000 by the end of 2018. Said I got to get on it. It's right now hovering around 14K. It's going to go back up. It always bounces back and up. So anyhow, we're going to let it go at this. This is John McAfee. I'm going to go to another video here. We're going to resume this again. This is with John McAfee, and Bitcoins will take over the world. And I don't know who's putting this out, but here it goes.
$4,500 in trading, which means it's doubled in price in the past month alone. That's huge. And since the concept of cryptocurrency is still so new, many people see growth like this and want to compare it to a fiat currency, wondering when the bubble might burst. Cybersecurity expert John McAfee says this type of thinking is a mistake. He joins me now. John, why do you think the word bubble cannot be applied to Bitcoin?
Well, first and foremost, Bitcoin is not a fiat currency. It costs over $1,000 to create a Bitcoin today in electricity and computing costs. Second, the value of Bitcoin is linked to the number of users and the number of transactions. It is not a speculative investment, even though it is being used as such by many people. As the Bitcoin network grows, the value of Bitcoin grows. As people move into Bitcoin for payments and receipts, they stop using US dollars, euros, Chinese yuan, which in the long term devalues these currencies. So what you're seeing is more of a currency devaluation than a bubble in Bitcoin. As more people use it, it has more intrinsic value. And again, the cost of producing a Bitcoin increases with the value of the Bitcoin. So this is not something that we're pulling out of thin air. This is something that's created with massive amounts of electricity and computing power.
Well, someone who disagrees with you on the term of bubble when it comes to Bitcoin is Mark Cuban. Back in June, he tweeted, "I think it's a bubble. I just don't know when or how much it corrects." When everyone is bragging about how easy they're making money, that equals a bubble. Now, when he tweeted that, Bitcoin dipped in price. How can one person's random Twitter thread have that effect on the price? And what does it say about Bitcoin's stability?
Well, it says nothing about Bitcoin stability. After it dropped $500, it's now at 44. So these temporary fluctuations are meaningless, created by speculators, people who do not understand the fundamental technology of the blockchain. Those who do know that in the long term, these fluctuations will make no difference. The more people who use Bitcoin, the more valuable it will become. This is the only metric we can use.
Now, Bitcoin and blockchain.
I'm going to leave it there because this guy is absolutely right. He is predicting that it's going to be somewhere around $75,000 by the end of next year. Get on this, learn about this. It is the wave of the future. I believe it's going to make me a millionaire and a lot of other people too within 3 years or less. Again, this is Roger Mark from Billings, Montana. Good day.